Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Imore and my colleague here is Miss Francis. It is our pleasure to present to you all about teachers' disciplinary process. In every profession, there are disciplinary in place to guide and protect the integrity of the profession. Our presentation here is basically on teachers' disciplinary process under TSC or Teaching Service Commission. Discipline simply means the ability to control yourself or other people, even in difficult situations. Discipline can also be interpreted as training that makes people more willing to obey or more able to control themselves, often in the form of rules and punishments if these are broken. All the behavior produced by this training, discipline refers fundamentally to the principle that each organism learns to some degree to control itself, conform to the forces around it which it has experienced. Practically, discipline is an action that is regulated to be in accordance with a particular system of governance. Discipline is always oriented to the rules, norms, or limits of behavior that have been set. Discipline is compliance or obedience in complying with regulations or norms that apply in certain environments. The forms of discipline that can be applied by teachers in carrying out their duties are reflected in the attitudes and behavior of teachers in planning learning, implementing learning, and evaluating learning. Discipline is very important in all educational institutions because it trains individuals to develop a responsible behavior that leads to a disciplined person. Teacher discipline forms individuals who are responsible for their duties as educators as well as school managers. Teachers' disciplinary process is imposed. A disciplinary process is a formal way for an employer to deal with an employee's misconduct or unacceptable or improper behavior, capabilities, or performance. Also is the process that Teachers Service Commission will undertake against a teacher at fault, weakness, or failing in duty. The Commission may take disciplinary actions against a teacher who commits any of the following offenses. There are many offenses, but we are going to basically concentrate on the major ones so that you are aware as to avoid as a professional teacher. There are three major ones that we need. Number one, immoral behavior. Number two, professional infamous conduct. And number three, professional misconduct. Number one, immoral behavior. Immoral behavior is evil, sinful, or otherwise wrong behavior that a teacher can do. And some of those immoral behaviors are including but not restricted to. Number one, first one is sexual intercourse. And sexual intercourse is sexual activity involving the insertion of the penis, male penis into the female vaginal cavity, a teacher to teacher or teacher to students. Number two, sodomy refers to either unsex behavior between people or any sexual activities amongst teacher to teacher or teacher to students. Lesbianism, and it refers to females to be emotionally and usually sexually attracted to other female. Example, a female teacher to female teacher or female teacher to female students. 3. Sexual harassment. Any unwanted or sexual behavior that make other teachers or students to feel upset, scared, or offended, or humiliated, or is meant to make them feel that way. Number 2, professional infamous conduct. Serious professional misconduct leading to an erosion from the Teaching Service Commission, TSC, including but not restricted to, first one is negligence of duty, meaning teacher didn't attend to duty if affects students' learning. Lateness to duty, late on time to attend on duty leads to mismanagement of the time. Chronic absenteeism, absence from duty for no good reason. According to TSC, means absence from work 14 continuous days without permission. Number 3 is professional misconduct. Teachers who violate the provision of the Code of Regulators for Teachers and the TSC Code of Conduct. And ethics will face disciplinary action, which may include warning or interdiction. Warning means something that might happen to you as a teacher by TSC. Interdiction TSC will interdict a teacher who has been convicted on a criminal offense. Infamous conduct. It refers to forgery, also known as the presentation of false documents, is a crime according to TSC, including but not restricted to drunkenness, teachers who excessively consume alcohol during working days. Fighting refers to engaging in violence, conduct a behavior which, in the opinion of the Commission, contradicts the spirit and tenor of Chapter 6 of the Constitution. Determination of a discipline case. If a teacher commits any of the following offenses that mentioned above, then he or she can go through a temporary removal in office from performing his or her normal duties as a teacher. There are positive and negative impacts on disciplinary process with teachers. So the negative impacts are: the case shall be heard and determined in the absence of the teacher if he or she fails to appear during the hearing from the evidence, then the Commission may first revoke the teacher from duty or withdraw the teacher from duty by TSC. Number 2, suspend the teacher from his or her normal day duty. Number 3, warn the teacher and retire teacher from public interest for good of the students' learning. Therefore, my colleague here, Ms. Francis, will continue on with the positive impacts of teaching. teacher's disciplinary process by TSC. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kimura. Okay, continue on with the positive impact on teachers' disciplinary process by TSC in relation to PNGTA Code of Conduct and Ethics. Number one, commitment to students. Teachers' commitment to learners, embrace educators, and take accountability for students' education. The teachers desires their students to attain the highest level of mental, moral, and physical health and development, and protects their students from any physical or mental harms. Number two, for example, strive to prepare students to take their place as citizens who are concerned with the welfare of the community and the nation. For example, I will walk, communicate, and behave in accordance with School Honor Code of Conduct and Ethics. Number two, positive impact on teachers' disciplinary process. Commitment to the profession. As a member of a profession, teachers are committed to strive for the highest level of personal integrity, professional competence, and academic achievement for the betterment and that of the profession as a whole. For example, striving to prepare students to take their place as citizens who are concerned with the welfare of the community and the nation. Another example is, if the TSC values innovation, you can show your commitment by being creative and open to new ideas. Number three, commitment to colleges. A member of the education profession acknowledges the importance of cooperation and strives to maintain a cordial and harmonious relationship with colleagues based on trust and respect. For example, assist colleagues in peer review procedures negotiated and agreed to between the union and the employers. Number four, commitment to management agency and employers. The obligation of members of the education profession to their management, agency, and employees based on respect for lawful authority and need for mutual cooperation. For example, be knowledgeable of their terms and conditions of their employment. Also, teachers has to obey the rules and regulations of their employer in principle and practice, as well as the philosophy of the education. And the last point on the Teachers Disciplinary Commission, the positive impact is commitment to the community and the nation. The obligation of the members of the education profession to their management, agency, and employer is based on respect for lawful authority and need for mutual cooperation. For example, teachers has to respect the community they service and be willing to participate in the community activities and national affairs. Also, teachers has to strive to keep themselves informed on matters of community and the national importance with the respect and values and customs of the community. That brings us to our conclusion. To sum up our presentation, teachers' disciplinary process should be used or should be announced to help teachers avoid negative impact in the workplace and also to protect the students' learning. For if a subject teacher is under a discipline, the learning of the students is automatically dropped. Also, the school ranking will also drop and students won't be learned enough and go on in their further studies. So, as a teacher, a disciplinary policy and procedure is in place that includes the policy statements, the focus for the policy and step-by-step procedure with a specific timeline for the process. So, the teacher's disciplinary helps reduce negative impact of disciplinary action and provide assurance and guidance for the teachers. Thank you, and that's the end of our presentation, and we hope that our presentation helps the teachers and the upcoming teachers to abide by the rules and regulations of TSC and PNGTA code conduct of ethics. Thank you.